Hey y'all, this is Stephanie with a pinch of sweet. We're going to be making Salisbury steak for dinner. So I've got 3 pounds of ground beef in here. And I have my onions and mushrooms chopped up in here. I'm going to need garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, Lipton onion soup mix. I make mine homemade. Beef bouillon. And I'm undecided as to whether I want to put garlic in it or not yet. And I have my flour because we're going to make an onion and mushroom gravy. So I have my flour, my butter's in the fridge, but we're going to put the Salisbury steaks together, and then we're going to cook them in a frying pan. And we're only going to cook them just enough till they are browned on both sides. And then we're going to take it out because then it's going to go into the oven and it's going to finish cooking in there. So, let's get started. Oh, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. So that way you will be notified of any videos that I will be uploading. I reached 1,300 subscribers. I'd like to get to 5,000. But, you know, slow and steady always wins the race. So, I have a new subscriber, and she asked me to do something. My new subscriber, her name is Shay Loves Jesus, just like I do. And she says she watches with her grandmother and her great-grandmother. Her grandmother's name is Michelle, and her great-grandmother's name is Sue. So I want to say hi to Michelle and Sue, and thank you for watching with your granddaughter. I love my grandkids. I'm all about my grandkids. I'm all about family. I've always been about family. And I am a firm believer in a family that prays together, stays together. So, let's get started on our Salisbury steaks, and welcome to the family. All right, let me get some gloves. All right, so I want to put my gloves on. I have 3 pounds of ground beef in here. So, I need, let me see if my tablespoon is in here. Yeah, that's in here. I need 3 tablespoons of Lipton onion soup mix. I make mine homemade. So if any of you want to know how to make it, hold on. I'm going to go into Pinterest. You'll go into Pinterest, then you'll go under your search bar, and then you're going to type in homemade spices or homemade Lipton onion soup mix. And the one that I use is the Copycat one. And you'll hit visit site. There we go. And the recipe is a 1/2 cup of dried onion flakes, 1/4 cup of vegetable bouillon powder. I use chicken. because I cannot find the vegetable bouillon powder. I have tried. You'll use 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, a half a teaspoon of paprika, regular or smoked. I use smoked in mine. A half a teaspoon of celery seed, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and salt to taste. That's it. You mix it up, and then you've got your homemade, shelf-stable, homemade onion soup mix. So, I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons here. If I need more, I'll add more. So a tablespoon for each pound. All right, let's get that aside. Now we're going to do our onion powder and our garlic powder. So I'm going to do a tablespoon and a half because I'm doing 3 tablespoons. Or 3 pounds of Alright, so we're going to put that in. Alright, now we're going to do a tablespoon and a half of our garlic powder. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh my goodness. You know what they say? It ain't seasoned if you ain't sneezing. Pepper. We're going to mix this up and then we're going to add some no, I'm not going to add that yet. This is going to go in the gravy. This is what makes the gravy taste good. Alright, so let's get this all mixed up. And then we're going to make our patties and then we're going to fry them. I'm going to make quite a bit because, like I said, we're a large family, and sometimes there are times where I'm feeding just the 7 of us, or I'm feeding 10 or more. It depends. So, there's always somebody here. So. And then with Michael's mother, like I said, she had a stroke. She had 3 strokes. And when I make extra, I always send her a plate. Or if I know we're going to have leftovers, I will make her a plate and send it to her, because there are some foods that where she is staying at, she does not like the food there. For dinner, they gave them grilled cheese. She's in a nursing home getting physical therapy. And for her dinner was grilled cheese and tomato soup. 1 sandwich and a small bowl of soup. And something to drink. And that was supposed to tide them over until the morning for breakfast. So, alright, so you get I'm going to make our patties and get them in here so that they can start. And then we're going to put these on the stove, and then we're going to fry these up. Well, we want them to be browned on both sides. And then they're going to go, I have a pan over here that it's going to go in. And then we're going to saute. We're going to saute our mushrooms and our onions. So... get one more in there. There's a little bit too much. Okay. So I'm going to make up my other patties so that way they're ready. That way when I take them out of the pan and put them in the pan that we're going to use to put them in the oven. I decided not to use the garlic because I don't remember garlic going in Salisbury steak. I mean, we like garlic. Garlic's good for you, but not in Salisbury steak. Not in Salisbury steak. I figured since my hands were already a mess, we'll get these all together. I'll make a little small one for May, if she'll eat it. There's that too. This girl is stubborn when it comes to food. But she's 3 too, so. And that's understandable. Alright, let me get this over here and then I'll get you guys up on top of the microwave. And then we're going to get started. This is my pan that everything's going to go into. I have my potatoes already cut and in water. So as soon as this is done and goes in the oven, I'm going to do my mashed potatoes. Alright, so let me, I'm going to put the lid on this to help bring it to temp quicker. So, whoops. was telling you all before, my granddaughters were celebrating their birthday in March, and I'm going to be making some their treats, their candied apples. Isabella is going to be Minnie Mouse, so I'm going to be making her candied apples are going to be dipped in caramel and then dipped in chocolate. May's is going to be dipped in chocolate, but I'm going to make hers look like a cookie jar. So I'm going to do that. So I got a lot of the I got a lot of the stuff for them. I got the sanding sugar, and I'm waiting on the fondant to get here, and their cookie cutters for their candied apples, and I'm excited, and I can't wait. So, and then next month, the girls are going to be getting out of their toddler beds and getting into regular beds. I will be ordering those next month. No, the end of this month. The end of February. It's just that their beds are expensive, so it's like $119 for the bed. Then I wanted to I found some lighting, like to go under their beds. LED lights, but they're flat, so they can lay up against the because it's a platform bed, so it'll lay underneath, so that way they can see up underneath their beds, and it'll plug in. I'm gonna get those, and then the mattresses are $100 a piece. So that's $400 right there. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's not easy when you're doing it by yourself, so. But my babies are worth it. So. Alright. There we go. It's a frying, so I want to take this off now. Put that over there. And then we're going to, once they get to like a dark, you want them browned really good on both sides, but you're not going to cook them all the way through, like I said. And then they're going to go in here, and then after that's done, then we're going to go straight into our mushroom and onions to make our gravy. Then I got my flour out to add to to add to this. And then I'm going to do Rice Krispie treats for the girls. I'm also going to do, and I'm going to make the Isabella's Rice Krispie treats. I'm going to try to make them look like Minnie Mouse. And May's is going to look like Cookie Monster. She is so in love with Cookie Monster. I am really disappointed in Sesame Street because I have tried everywhere to find something that was for a girl. Everything is all for boys, and it's few and far between, even for boys, to find anything Cookie Monster. Now, they have plenty of Cookie Monster stuff for baby showers, but not for birthday parties. So, I'm kind of hard pressed. So, let me, we're going to flip this here and let it cook on the other side, and then I'm going to finish the rest up. Let me check and see where we're at. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Okay. It's got a little bit of brown on the other side, so that's where I want it to be. Oh. Let me lift this so that way you can see. There we go. Now you can see the brownness on the bottom. That's where you want your burgers to, well, not your burgers, but your Salisbury steak to be. So I will bring you guys back when I get these finished up, and then we're going to move on to the next part, which will be the sauteing of the onions and mushrooms. See you in a bit. Alright, now we're going to make I'm making a lot of gravy because it's going to be going over mashed potatoes, so I'm going to use a full stick of butter. So I'm going to give that a chance to melt. And do what it needs to do. And now here's our Salisbury steak. I need a container of water. to bleed out the water out of the onions, and the salt helps that do that quicker. So let's get our onions and our mushrooms in the pan. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. Turn you guys a little bit more. There we go. I don't even think that was a full teaspoon because I don't want to use a whole lot of it because I'm going to use this beef bouillon. Is going to go in it for our beef broth. I want to try that, it's in a little jar, and I think it's called Better Than Beef Bouillon or something like that. There's a little jar. There's a beef one and there's a chicken one. I have not tried those yet. Everybody says they're really, really good, but they can be salty. But, you know, this is salty too, so you have to be careful with it also. So I have not tried it, but if any of you have, please let me know if you like it or if you like this better. I'm trying to wait till the summertime rolls around here. I might do it after Easter, but what I want to do is I want to get some beef bones, beef soup bones, roast them in the oven, and then make some homemade beef broth. And then that way I don't have to use this. All that goodness off the bottom of this pan. I don't want to leave none of that flavor behind. I might making a mess over here. I think I'm going to put the lid on this to help pull the water out quicker out of the onions, and this will help saute and cook these down a little faster. So let's do that. We're going to let this do its thing. So I will bring you guys back in a bit. See ya in a minute. Okay, I wanted you to see all that liquid that was pulled out. You can see it bubbling in there. So that was all pulled out. And all the yumminess that was on the bottom is all out of there. So I don't want to use this on my pan now. So because I wanted to get that yumminess up, so I'm going to switch to my Old Faithful. smells amazing. The mushrooms have cooked down. Now we're going to turn it up a little bit, and we're going to let some of this liquid cook off. Off and then let this liquid evaporate. Turn the heat up and let the liquid evaporate. I had it on 5 when I was cooking it. I turned it up to 6, but I may need to turn it up one more notch. So I know I've talked to you guys about my settlement and stuff like that. I'm still waiting on that. I still have heard nothing. It's been a year. They're waiting on, because there was more than 5,000 people that were going for a settlement back. And they're waiting for the judge to release something, so that way the money can be dispersed. So, and I started this back in 2018. They said it was going to take 7 years. It did. So it did take 2000. It did take 7 years. Well, 8 now, because this is now 2025. So but I will never, ever, ever again do a contingency plan, because they were only supposed to take 40%. They took more than that. So but you know what? I thank Jesus that I'm getting back something at all. Because one of the things I want to do is I'd like to take the girls and my grandsons to Disney. I've been. My daughter has not been. My son has. He went, when he got married, he went with his wife's family. And they go every year. And I still have yet to be able to take my daughter. So, I want to take her and my grandkids, and I'm just, alright, putting it all in Jesus' hands and everything works out. I don't have time to be bitter or anything like that, because I'm too old for that. Too old for that. God has a way of letting you know, hey, it's not time for you to have the money yet. So, I'm just going to wait. And when he says, okay, then I'm going to do what I need to do. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to invest it. I'm going to invest some of it. And Jesus is going to get his portion. I'm going to do my tithing. I I have not been able to tithe because I'm low income. I have not been able to tithe at all. So, but he's going to get his portion out of that, and then when I invest, any return I make on my investment, straight to Jesus. Because it wouldn't be, I wouldn't have made a return if it wasn't for him. So, all right, now we're going to add a little bit of beef bouillon. I'm going to do just a tablespoon right now. I'm going to mix that in. All right, now I need to turn this back down to 4 because I don't want this to burn. Oh, that smells amazing. It looks amazing. Look at that. Looks amazing. All right, now we're going to add we need to add our flour. And I'm going to do a heaping spoonful, which will be about a half a cup. Just make sure you remember, half cup butter, half cup flour. 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, equal. And then we're going to cook all this for a couple of minutes so that way we can get that flour taste out. You don't want your gravy to taste like flour. So, alright, we're going to do that side. Alright, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. Okay. All right. I'm putting my timer on my oven, or my microwave oven. All right. Got 22 seconds left, and then we're going to add our liquid. We're going to add our water. And then we're going to add some of our Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm going to break this out because I'm going to need that. Alrighty. Water time. Okay, so I need to turn this back up to 5 so that this can start thickening. So let's add our Worcestershire sauce. And then I have some kitchen bouquet. I'm going to taste this first because I want my gravy dark. Well, I don't have any kitchen bouquet. Whoever last used it didn't tell me that they finished it. So, we'll have to make do with what we got. It's all good. Now I'm going to taste my gravy to see if I need to add any more seasoning. Needs a little bit more beef bouillon. So I'm going to do a half of. No. I'm going to do a half of a tablespoon. Get another spoon and taste, and it should be right where I need it to be. And then this is going to get poured over top. And then it's going to go in the oven. Let me get a clean spoon. I'm not going to show you all how to make mashed potatoes because I'm pretty sure y'all know how to make mashed potatoes. Oh, that's perfect. It's right where I need it. Okay. And that Worcestershire sauce. Oh. In your gravy. When you're making dark gravy, you want it in your gravy. Yummy, yummy. Alright, this is perfect, so I'm going to turn this off. We're going to pour this over top of this. And then I'm going to get my foil. Let me get my foil ready. Be right back. All right. Let me get you guys down here. This back. Alright, now we're going to pull our pot down here, our pan down here, and get this poured over top. Put my potatoes on and get them all boiling while we get this together. Okay. Now, I got my oven preheated to 350. So now, we're going to pour this over top. To make sure that bring you back in a minute. Okay, we're back. There was just a little bit too much gravy, so I poured some in a container. But I will not save that gravy because, like I said, I'm just waiting for it to cool down, and I'll have to dispose of it because, like I said, the meat was not cooked all the way through. So I'm going to cover this up, and then this is going to cook for about 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes in this, and then it'll be done. So, because it was only cooked halfway through the meat, so another 30 minutes in the oven, cooked in this gravy, and it's going to be done. So, I will bring you guys back when I'm pulling it out of the oven, and we're going to try it. So, I'll see you in a bit. My potatoes are done, so I'm going to put a stick of butter in and start to mash these. I made 5 pounds of potatoes. All right, let's get started. Let me put this on here so that it doesn't come flying out. Some came out the back. So, this didn't help at all. That was a waste of time. Alright, but one of the things my grandmother always taught me, and I still do it to this day, is clean as you go. Believe me, you will thank yourself. Your future self, you will thank your future self by cleaning as you go. Because then you won't have so much stuff to clean up. Now we're going to add some sour cream, not much. Mixed in. Now, if you don't have milk, you can use powdered milk. This is what I use. This is Great Value Instant Dry Whole Milk. You can use that. because when my girls, Isabella was on formula, but Meme was being breastfed. So when they were transitioning from the breast, well, Meme, when she was transitioning from the breast to milk, I started cooking with dry milk, and I found that I like it a lot better cooking with it. Let's see. I don't know if I need to add any milk to this. If you find fibers in your gravy, wow, in your mashed potatoes, that is from the potato. It's nothing to worry about or anything like that. Some people don't like the fibers, and then what you can do is you mix it. And then stop in the middle of your mixing, clean your thing and wherever you see fibers at, rinse it, and then repeat. Keep doing it until you don't see any more fibers. You clean your mixer and the fibers will disappear. Alright, let me put a little bit of of salt. It's about a teaspoon and a half. I don't put a lot of salt in because, as far as I'm concerned, we have a lot of people, especially Mike's mom, who is now diabetic. She can have some salt, but she is limited. So anything that I make, I either use a very tiny bit of salt or none at all. I do not need any milk at all. That is awesome. But I want to show you what I'm talking about as far as the fibers are concerned. You see these little hairs? They look like little hairs. Those are the fibers that I'm talking about. You'll see there's one right there. There's one down here. Those are the fibers that I'm talking about. A lot of people don't like that kind of stuff, but there's not really much you can do about it. So now I'm going to get ready and pull my Salisbury steak out of the oven. So I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Cleaning up my workstation. Now it's time to taste. Good Lord. Okay. So we're going to, now we're going to taste. Let me move this out of the way. Put this down here. Now mashed potatoes I put in a container. I locked them all, I guess I didn't. Okay. So. Ooh, look at that. That looks good. Yeah, you can see quite a bit of the grease from the Salisbury steak is on top. And I don't have any napkins or anything to get that off. So what I may end up doing is take a spoon and try and spoon some of that off of there. I don't want it too greasy. We're going to take a taste. Oops. Let me get in the center where I can get some of this gravy. There we go. It is hot. It just came out of the oven. So I am trying not to burn my face off. But it is cooked all the way through. The flavor is amazing. If you guys have ever watched Faith Food and Fun, she has a fork that she twirls. I'm twirling my spoon. Oh my Lord, that is so good. I will definitely be making that again. Wow. The flavor. From the mushrooms to the onions to the gravy to the Salisbury steak. Oh my Lord, that is so good. That is so good. Well, there you have it. Mashed potatoes. I'm going to make another vegetable. I just haven't figured out what I'm going to do. I'll probably do broccoli and cauliflower. And Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, cauliflower and broccoli. Dinner. So that's what's for dinner today, is Salisbury steak. So you guys will see this on Monday, and thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. I'm Stephanie from A Pinch of Sweet. Welcome Michelle, Shay, and Sue. Welcome to my family. And I will see you guys later. Bye. Say bye.
Bye bye.
That's Alex. I'll see you guys later.